The Industrial Revolution ushered in a new era that threatened to transform the values of men. No longer would spirituality be their compass, but not all welcomed the change. In 1783, just as the fires of the Laki eruption had plunged all of Europe into an ashen darkness, a horde of demons spilled from the shadows and fell upon city after English city. There was a message. The Alchemy Guild, fearing the rise of industrialism and abandonment by their wealthy patrons, had done the unthinkable to defend their existence. Through recondite arts, the alchemists had created shard binders, humans transplanted with crystal that attuned them to demonic power. They sacrificed the shard binders, and in doing so threw the gates of the world open to demonkind. Countless innocents died, and though the Church succeeded in vanquishing the Hell's End, the steep price had already been paid and collected. As for the shard binders, they were presumed to have all died in the sacrificial rite. However, two survived. Jebel, a boy for whom by some miracle the rite did not prove fatal. And Miriam, a girl who was spared the rite altogether on account of the strange slumber that took her just before it could begin. 10 years had passed. Mankind too soon forgets tragedy. The demons have returned, presaged by a great castle. And on this very hour, Miriam awakens. Upon learning Jebel is the architect of this new, bloodstained ritual, Miriam and the alchemist Johannes set forth for the accursed castle. Their galleon cuts through the water, lancing towards the inevitable.
Johannes, are you certain it was...
It was Jebel's doing, Miriam.
It's so hard to believe. I wouldn't even be alive if not for him.
I know. I know how you feel. And the hell he endured 10 years ago would break the best of souls. Miriam, I want you to know that I'm sorry. What my brothers subjected you to... There's no forgiving it.
It was their transgression, not yours. You always took care of us.
Obviously, not enough.
Well, let it go, Johannes. We need to focus on the task ahead. If Jebel is responsible for the summoning, then I have to stop him.
I ought to do it. He was my best friend.
But I'm the only one who can. The shard experiments prepared me for combat. 10 whole years. What put me in that sleep?
I wish I had. All I know is the spell that stopped time for you was advanced, but by observing the ebb of the magic's hold on you, I was able to predict exactly when...
Oh,
We'll make landfall soon. You should get ready. I had the chest there packed with essential equipment. Now would be a good time to put it on. Good. You're prepared. The next order of business is to...
I'll take care of it.
shard?
I'd forgotten the way it felt. Like...
The demon's power was transmuted into that shard, which forcibly... The strength you gain from it is undeniable, but eventually, the crystal will...
I thought the procedure you discovered halted the corruption.
It did, but that doesn't guarantee you'll be safe if you stop...
I know my body's limits better than anyone, and I'm going to need all the power I can get. And if I run into trouble, you can help me. You've done it before. You'll do...
Thanks for giving me a choice in the matter. Well, I won't let you down. Not if I can help it. Just promise you won't push yourself.
How did they get inside?
The demons from the castle must have infested the ship.
Then they can help me wake up these muscles of mine. I'll wipe the deck with them. This device responds to magic. Maybe I just need to hold my...
So, Sleeping Beauty, you've decided to awaken.
Jeeble, tell me you didn't do this. It doesn't make any sense.
How does it not? After all the sins humans wrought upon us?
Johannes told me what they did to you. And you're right, it's horrible. But what you're doing now is just as bad.
No! No, there you are. What the alchemists did was reshuffle what I intend to do is reshuffle the world. Join me, Miriam. You're the only one who understands the pain I feel.
What? I never thought I'd hear those. I was the one that came to you broken. Convinced I was a mon-
This is nonsense.
You told me Our power doesn't make us good or bad. I'd given up on my humanity, but you restored my hope. Don't...
Master Jebel, we must return.
Miriam, I tire of reminiscing. You're here to kill me, aren't you? Then first prove you can find me. Along the way, you'll have no choice but to absorb shards and avail yourself of the power. If you can still claim to be human at the end of it all, then perhaps I might. Come, Gregory. We're leaving.
Debo, wait! Just a flicker. That was the Jebel I know.
Bloodstained.
Was this a village?
They've moved faster than we hoped. Miriam, we have to hurry. This was where we were supposed to meet our contact.
All right. But wait. Let me clear the area.
Thank you, Miriam.
You know who I am. And that means...
I'm sorry we couldn't get here sooner, Dominique.
So this is our contact.
Yes, the church sent me.
An exorcist. Then we're lucky to have you, Dominique.
And the church you, Miriam. Thank you for guiding her.
You wouldn't have asked if it wasn't important. But you should tell us why you need her. But she deserves to be armed with all the facts.
Yes, very well. I told you when I contacted you that the Shardbinder Jebel is
Yes, there's no mistake about that.
What? You spoke to him?
Then let me get right to the point. I find it curious that the outpouring of demons just happens to coincide with the sudden awakening of the other Shardbinder.
You're right, it is strange. But the church doesn't get to drag Miriam into this just because the timing is odd.
Oh, do you decide for her then? I asked you to bring her here so she could see the horrors that have befallen the village and make an informed choice. I have no intention of forcing you, Miri.
You don't have to. I gave Jebel my word that I would stop him.
Thank you, Miriam. I am sorry to put it on your shoulders.
Pardon?
Oh, hello there. Are you all right?
I'm all right, thank you.
You are quite welcome.
Anne?
What a lovely name! Anne, you shouldn't be out here.
Oh, all right.
Come on. I did some looking around before, and this place...
Yes, agreed.
Johannes, you, Anne, and I will remain here. We can assist Miriam from safe ground.
What? We can't ask her to brave the castle.
Don't be foolish. She is trained in combat. We would only get in the way.
That's not the point.
I'll be fine, Johannes. Please don't worry.
But we'll be here if you need us.
Let's not waste any time.
Come back if you need anything. I'll get a workshop running so I can perform.
Thank you, Johannes.
I know you're strong.
I will. Dominique, what is all this machinery?
That is photographic equipment we've been... To put it more plainly, it allows me to capture images...
What? Really?
Unfortunately, I don't have the silver brom...
I'll see if I can find it.
Miriam, welcome. Since this is your first time here, let me tell you I have made arrangements so you can buy. I would have liked to provide what you need for free. I will need money in order to keep the supply post stocked.
No, I understand. I appreciate...
I can also buy shards from you, if you...
Wait. Is trade in demon shard?
Of course. The church would sooner gather them up. I am not permitted to sell them, but I can buy them off. You may want to keep extras, since possessing multiple shards of the same type amplifies its power. And more importantly, if...
May accelerate, but I'll find a way to...
I still recommend selling your shards as...
All right. I know you're looking out for me.
I think that explains everything. Now... What are you looking to buy? Oh, I forgot to give this to you. It's the key to the building.
Thank you.
I invited the other survivors inside where it's safe. They all have troubles that need resolving.
I'll do what I can.
I know you will. Come back anytime.
Ah, here she is. You have to marvel at the
I know,
So, what I can do for you here in the workshop is take materials you bring, but the alchemy is... So, what'll it be?
I'll go with this.
Ooh, I like it.
I'll go with this.
Ooh, I like it.
I'll go with this.
There, all done.
I'll go with this.
There, all done.
I'll go with this.
There, all done. Once I've transmuted an item, I'll pass it on to Dominique, so she can carry it at the supply post for... I'll do my best to inform you of what items you can make from what... But, when it comes to items
I understand.
Also, the demon crystal you've obtained, the shards, those can be transmuted. Each shard requires specific materials, but it's worth it to try it when you get the chance.
I think I will.
Also, neither one of us has been eating well. No wonder. Consider, if you bring me the ingredients, I can, with proper nutrition and a varied diet, you have the potential to get much...
You there? It was awful. Those monsters came out of nowhere.
Where are the others?
Dead, most of them. My dear... Those devils have to pay. Those murderers.
If it's within my power.
Oh, thank you.
Miriam.
Well, I want you to hunt down the monsters and take vengeance on them. The efforts...
All right.
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters. Help my husband rest in peace.
Miriam? It can't be.
Alfred?
Why are you here, Johannes? That fool of an apprentice should have...
You have a lot to explain for.
All that is in the past. I'll not be defending my...
Don't I deserve it? You were like a
Well, enough, child. I am here for the book.
What are you talking about?
If you don't already know, then let...
Alfred, how are you still alive?
What were you thinking in coming?
You can answer my question.
All that matters is that I am alive.
Book? The Liber Loci...
Make no mistake. I won't let anyone touch that
Not even you should touch it. Didn't what happened 10 years ago teach you any...
I don't have time to argue with you. I just hope you are wise enough not to... You know full well my power exceeds yours. Take Miriam, and otherwise, you will die.
I came here because something didn't feel right. But...
Johannes, what is the Liber Loci?
It's a book the Alchemy Guild once possessed. The Guild used it to bring about the calamity 10 years ago. And the Shardbinder's crystal...
A book like that shouldn't even exist.
I know. Alfred must be trying to restore the Alchemy Guild to power.
He said Cheeple had it. You know, I think I might have seen it.
It makes sense. Considering the situation, he must have gotten his hands on it after surviving the sacrifice.
So now I have to stop Alfred too.
No, let's focus on Jeeble. If we can get to him and the book before Alfred does, we'll kill two birds with one stone.
Good point.
Dominique might know what to do about Alfred in the meantime. I'll head back to the village and see what she has to say.
Fancy a ride?
Why? Are you offering?
I could take... The rub, of course, is that obstacles.
I doubt I would be able to put...
A shame you don't have a giant hand. Ah.
Have you learned anything new?
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters. Good work. Here's your reward.
Have you learned anything new?
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters. Help my little sister Rosalie kill those murderers!